Do it all spring cleaning. Mama's too busy dreaming. Maybe I should wake up instead.
Okay, Howell High School. This is Mr. Talberg, or excuse me, AP Psychology. I'm going to use a screencast to just kind of give you some important updates from the College Board people in case you have not been paying attention. As you can see here, I'm screencasting this. I just get here by searching AP updates. It comes up right away. You always want to make sure you log in to get access to the course stuff. But a few things. So I'll just take you through this, just some of the highlights to let you know what's going on. The AP exam schedule is up. They moved the test back. We'll get to that in a second. I'm just using this by clicking Learn More. And from here, you can see some of the details. Hopefully you already have a sense of this. The big change here is, of course, there's no multiple choice, which you already knew. But now they've also informed us that you will be taking an open note / open book exam. I want you to be cautious about that. I'll get to that in a few moments. It says most exams will have 1 or 2 free responses. I will assume that ours will have 2 free responses. There's stuff about timing here. They'll give you some details about that. They say in late April. You can take it at home from a computer, tablet, or smartphone. Of course, since you'll be writing for responses, I would strongly encourage you not to use your phone, but if that's the best you have or you feel like that's the best you can do, then that will be completely up to you. Let's see, if you know of someone who does not have internet, obviously if you're watching this you do, please let them know. They need to tell the AP people that directly. Miss Hayes would be not a bad person to start with if that is an issue for anyone that you know. It's weird because down here they say they surveyed AP students and they wanted to test earlier, but they bumped the test back. So our test, I'll give you that date in a second, but your AP testing will be May 11th through May 22nd. It'll work the way as before, where they will give you a block of time and all students nationwide will be taking the same test at the same time. If you have a conflict during our date or any of the dates, you can do make-up test dates just like in the past as well. And again, that is a Miss Hayes issue. Like it says here, in late April, they will offer you more details about how to upload whatever you need to upload and prepare and that kind of stuff. And they do have some things put in place to make the exam secure. It is open note, so that security is a little different than you might think. Basically, you can't contact other people to ask them to help you answer questions. I think that'll be the primary security concern they have. As a reminder, I've been encouraging you to use these all along, but there are review sessions. Excuse me there. There are review sessions available put out by the College Board / AP people. You have access to those here. They do them daily, but they are also archived, so you can watch them on your own time. Psychology, they've been going strong at 4 o'clock each day. And they are really good for those of you that feel like you need a review. I strongly encourage you to consider checking those out. To create some time, they are usually 30 to 40 minutes, but they're very accurate and they do just hit what I would call the highlights or high points. So I wanted to go back. So this is the testing calendar. If you haven't seen this yet, for those of you that are taking multiple tests especially, we are in Eastern time. So the AP Psychology exam, you can see here, will be Tuesday, May 19th at 2 o'clock. So this is the entire calendar. You can again click on this from any of the links I've given you over the past couple of weeks. So that is there. In terms of course specific information, of course we are history and social studies, not science. So you've got some details here. So exam timing, you'll have 25 minutes to read and respond to one question, then 5 minutes to upload your response, then you will do a second question. And that's it. All right, so you will have question 1, you'll have 25 minutes. Question 2, you can see is shorter, 15 minutes. They weight the percentages of the exam accordingly. And this is basically A concept application means a bunch of terms from random chapters where they want to see if you can apply those concepts to scenarios, usually like we've been doing in class. And one of the free response questions has emphasized research methods for quite a long time, so that is also not a surprise. And then this gives you a little bit more about those descriptions. But again, this is right in there for you. So for us, this is really not a change. This is how our FRQs always work. Usually they just say you have 50 minutes to answer two. In this case, they've actually given you a little more guidance and structure by giving you specific amounts of time for each of the two questions. Remember for us, these don't align with our textbook. So Units 8 and 9 are the stuff that we did not cover, social psych and psychological disorders and treatments. We were halfway through Unit 7, so we are really where we're supposed to be in terms of your preparation for the AP exam. So that is right there for you anytime you want to look at it on your own. I think that's the highlights, and then there'll be really relevant and important details coming out in late April regarding how you upload these, how you turn them in. They do say, get ready 30 minutes early so you can be set up. You can actually write your responses on paper, take a picture, and upload those. So there are a lot of options when you look at the details that you will have to, do your best or create the best environment for yourself. I already have in mind some ideas for how to help you prepare for this open note exam. The preparation will be a little different, of course, because I would actually say your answers have to be better because you have open notes, so they should expect better answers. So I'm going to do some things using Google Classroom where I'm going to basically ask you to do with a document what you've done all year with vocab. So I'm going to give you a document that has really a lot of the most important stuff you'd want to know through the year and ask you to do what you've done all year. So I'm going to ask you to either draw a picture or make a personal connection. That way, while you're taking the test, instead of just having a definition in front of you, you will have a sense of what that means. And of course, that's what they are looking for when they test you, is to see, do you really know what these terms mean? Can you connect them to a scenario? So I'll go into those details later. We do have actually plenty of time to prepare, assuming that you actually use that time to prepare. So again, mostly I want you to be aware of this resource. I want you to look through this stuff carefully. A lot of the work, because you are working from home, will be done by you on your own. I'm going to have to rely on you to ask me questions. I have been doing the kind of office hours, Google Hangouts. I haven't had a ton of participation in that, and I'll just take that to mean that you feel like you know what's going on and don't have tons of questions, but I'll keep doing those as needed. I will also be giving you practice FRQs in the Google Classroom, in addition to giving you some ways to help prepare some notes that you would then use when you take the exam. So that's all I have right now. Please email me, take advantage of when I do those Google Hangouts. So that you have the best and most accurate information available. And you can always ask me things not directly related to class, of course. I know some of you are probably struggling with things that are more significant in your lives than AP testing or school in general. So that's all I have. For now, I will go ahead and close this out and look forward to connecting with you with more details about lots of things later this week.
Things I regret, I just say I forget. Can't just be easy. Gotta say everybody need me. Stop. I hate to feel it when you have what you underneath.